Hey, everybody, welcome back to the SMarketing CONNECT podcast. I am your host and the current CEO of SMarketing CONNECT, Tom Libby. And we we had this theory that, as we were doing the original podcasts and we had guests on, and it's been, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years. I don't even know how long it's been for some of our podcast guests, but we wanted to bring them back and just ask them a couple of simple questions about where are they now, so to speak. So with me today, I brought back Ed McDonough. Ed, I'll let you do the intro. I don't like if you've ever been on some of these other podcasts, they typically read a bio or all that. I don't do any of that stuff. I'd really rather you do the talking on these podcasts. So if you could remind everybody who you are, the company, and what the company does, that would be great. And then we'll go right into it.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tom. I really appreciate it. Appreciate being here today too. So my company is ECE Marketing Services. We are located in New Bern, North Carolina, formerly from Massachusetts, but moved down south for a little sunny weather. And we specialize in marketing strategy.
It's marketing strategy. So the purpose of this podcast today is bringing back people that haven't been here in a while. And I just know, because I've known you for quite a while, that that's a little bit new. So can you tell us about, again, the whole purpose of this is where are they now, so to speak, right? So
Yep.
tell us about where that was and where it is now, and what, like, why the change, and what's like, and what people should expect of the new ECE marketing.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So, company started in 2009, mostly doing copywriting and updating to web pages and developing marketing funnels. And then later on, like pre-COVID, I moved into doing a lot of email marketing, cold outreach email marketing. And I think that's like what people know me most for, because I did so much of that. When 3 years ago, when I decided to move down here to North Carolina, I did that with the intention of making a little shift in the business. And that's when I decided to become more of a marketing strategist than just an email marketer. What I've found is that most companies bring you in to do email marketing because there's a problem they want to solve. But the email marketing isn't always the thing that solves that problem. So I like to take a step back and look at the company's marketing process or strategy, kind of from a holistic standpoint, and see everything they're doing and how email marketing fits into that, and what are the things we should be doing and what are the things we shouldn't be doing. So that's led me to be more of an advisor in an advisor capacity, and also really helping companies grow because they're just not doing the right things. So that's really what's new with me. And then there is one other thing too, is also on the side, I also mentor copywriters. So I've met a few copywriters over the years who have asked for help, and I decided to set some time apart to do that. So people who are interested in writing sales copy, or what we call direct response copy, those are the folks I can help with my copywriting mentorship program.
Awesome. So that seems like a pretty big shift, going from um, you know deploying tactics for, companies basically just hire you to do this thing, and now you're basically not doing that thing anymore, but you're actually advising them on a bigger picture of scope of work, so to speak. So when you identify what needs to be done, or whatever needs to be changed, whether it's messaging on their website, or email marketing, or social media, or whatever the gaps are, I'm assuming that you are yourself not going in and starting to do that. Are you working with companies that already have those people in place, but they just need the strategic leadership? Or are you working with companies that, once you identify it, they have to go then find people to like some sort of outsource to deploy it? Or
Mm.
do you help them find those people? I'm not sure exactly where that question would lead, but I figured I'll leave it open-ended.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both. So for bigger companies who have a marketing team, I'm just going to work with their marketing team and help them. One of the things that I still actively do is copywriting. It's very hard to find somebody who really understands the nuances and the psychology behind copywriting that actually gets somebody to take action, right? There's a lot of content writers out there, there's a lot of copy out there, but does it actually cause engagement and get people to take the next step in whatever that is. So I still actively do that. But again, for companies that have teams, I'll go in and work with their teams. And then for smaller companies, which is who I work with a lot, I'll bring in one of my trusted advisors. So, if they need sales work, Tom, you're obviously the guy I'm going to call and bring in. But I have, especially through SMarketing Connect, we have web designers, we have telemarketing, we have, SEO. So if they need somebody, I will bring them in. I will manage that person for them. And, again, the goal is to get them to the results that they want. So if they're here and they want to grow to here, we're going to help them do that. And I can manage that whole process for them so that they don't have to do it.
Awesome. So you now, I guess I know this is not typically a question we ask on this podcast, but most of this information to me is super cool. So do you have a preference on the types of companies that should be, I shouldn't say, that's the wrong way to phrase that question. Do you have an opinion on which companies really should be thinking about, the marketing strategy first and versus I'm just going to pick and choose some tactics and go run with them? Like, are they, or should everybody? I know that the answer should be everybody should think that way, but are there really industries that really don't do it very well, but really should take a step back and look at that marketing strategy first?
Yeah, well, one of the reasons why I work a lot with small businesses is because they're tactic minded. Exactly what you said. They're trying things because they're really good at what they do, but they're not really good at marketing. And so they try email marketing, they try SEO, they try content marketing, they try video marketing, they try all these different things. But what they don't have is a plan to tie it all together. How can we utilize SEO to drive traffic to some videos that we're going to take the people who respond to that and put them into an email campaign and actually generate clients on the back end. That requires a little bit more of a strategy than let's just do these one-off things and see what happens. And typically that's the modality that small businesses are in. They're in that, let's go try this and see if it works, rather than let's take a step back and develop a plan that's going to get it all to work together.
Yeah, it makes total sense. All right.
Yeah.
We're basically running up on time, and I know you and I could probably talk about this conversation for hours, but we only have a short period of time for the podcast today. But Ed, thank you very much for being on. I'm really appreciative of you and your thought processes and the answers, so to speak. So thanks very much for being on today.
Thanks, Tom.
And for everybody else out there, keep selling.